Yuf Airport. Morning. The boarding line for the New York-Los Angeles flight moves slowly forward. Standing at the gate is a confident woman in her mid-40s. Dressed in a business suit, holding a tablet in one hand and a light bag over her shoulder, she radiates calm strength. Good morning, she smiles at the airline staff member. My name is Monica Hale. I have a first-class ticket. The employee glances at her face, then down at the clothes, the hair, the skin color. Her expression turns colder. I'm sorry, ma'am, there must be some mistake. First class is full. I can reassign you to business class. Monica smiles politely. There's no mistake. Here's my ticket. She hands over her phone with the digital boarding pass. The employee glances at the screen, then looks away. Her voice turns formal but tense. I'm afraid the seat configuration has changed. It happens sometimes. You were lucky there's a seat left in business. You were offering me a downgrade, even though I paid $3,800 in advance for first class. I'm sorry, Ms. Hell. You can file a complaint with customer service if you did like. A woman behind her in line scoffs. A man with a laptop glares at Monica like she's the problem. No one steps in. Without raising her voice, Monica asks one last question. I'd like to speak with the shift supervisor. He's in a briefing. He's unavailable. Monica calmly steps aside, makes a phone call, and walks a few feet away. This is Monica Hale, she says into the phone. I'm at YFK Flight 172 to Los Angeles. I've just been denied boarding in first class despite holding a valid ticket. The reason, judging by tone and looks, racial bias. I want all flights from this airline grounded until further notice. We still have the standing agreement with the Department of Transportation, right? Pause. Good. Bring in the press. I'll send the formal report in 15 minutes. It's a typical situation, but this time, it won't be a typical outcome. She hangs up. Returns to the employee. You can write this down. Passenger Monica Hale, first class ticket, denied boarding without justification, visual judgment only. And for the record, you refused to call your supervisor. The employee nervously types something into the computer. 30 minutes later, the entire terminal is buzzing. Dozens of this airline's flights are delayed. Reporters gather at the gate. Security personnel are murmuring. The boards flash red, flight delayed, flight cancelled. Who is Monica Hale? Monica was born in Atlanta. Grew up in a neighborhood where it wasn't safe to walk alone after dark. From a young age, she knew she'd have to fight for her future. She studied at Harvard, then earned an MBA from Stanford. Started in consulting, later moved into aviation. Rose from the bottom, enduring sexism, racism, and constant doubt. But she proved herself every time. By age 43, she became CEO of an aviation holding company that owned several airlines and controlled a major share of domestic flights. Under her leadership, strategic partnerships were formed, safety innovations were introduced, and customer service was transformed. She was powerful and principled. It wasn't just what happened that mattered to her, but how it happened. The scandal erupts. By evening, news channels are buzzing. Passenger cell phone footage shows an airline employee calmly but coldly denying Monica a seat. The video racks up millions of views. Journalists write Monica Hale, the woman who modernized half of domestic flights in the last 3 years, couldn't get her first-class seat. The airline releases a statement, there was a technical seating error. But social media is already overflowing with similar stories from black passengers who've been randomly reassigned or downgraded. The wave of outrage grows. The reaction within 48 hours, the airline's board calls an emergency meeting. Several senior managers are removed. A formal apology is issued. An internal investigation is launched. The Department of Transportation announces an audit of major carriers to examine systemic discrimination. Top networks invite Monica for interviews, but she declines for now. A week later, she posts a short video. This wasn't my first experience, but it might be the last for many others. I didn't ground an airline over a seat. I exposed a habit, a system, and that system will no longer operate the same way. The aftermath: within 2 months, a new Passenger Anti-Discrimination Act is passed in Congress. Airlines begin mandatory racial sensitivity and bias training for frontline staff. Multiple discrimination lawsuits gain national attention and move to trial. The airline involved in the incident loses 18% of its market value and is forced to restructure. 6 months later, Chicago Airport. Passengers are boarding a flight to Atlanta. A gate agent looks down at her tablet. "Good evening," and says, "Hell, welcome back." Monica nods. "Thank you. I'm flying economy today. It's about efficiency. If you'd like, we'd be happy to upgrade you to first class." "On the house." Monica smiles. "I appreciate that. But how about offering that seat to the woman over there with 2 kids? She looks exhausted. Let her see the system can work differently." And she walks forward.